Alright, back for another video. Looking around the property a little bit. It's a lot of space up here, so thought I would show it off a little bit. We've got the deck, of course. You know, classic place. There was an umbrella here and lots of chairs set up. You can think of many afternoons sort of hanging out here, throwing a ball for the dogs out that way, using the chuck it, stuff like that. Or even just the other day, I had a lot of fun out here with the cousins shooting BB guns. That sort of target up there. You can see it here. This is one of the fossils that we've always had around that was, I guess, found at some point on the Redmar property. Thought that was pretty cool. I remember one time as a kid, there was a giant rat snake that came slithering out of that area. It must have been like 6 feet long. But yeah, got nice stony driveway here. When I was a little kid, it was asphalt. It was totally crumbly, but this is a nicer substitute. And I remember plenty of times, just in this driveway right here, playing soccer, playing frisbee, playing with the dogs, or drone the other day, the cousins brought from West Virginia. You got a little wall all along here. Unfortunately, it's sort of a trend at Redmar over the years. Since I was a kid, this whole wall has become more and more crumbly, and it goes back a lot more than 10 or 15 years, but it's gotten more overgrown, more crumbly. You can see it's really gotten bad right here. I remember the wall standing a bit taller and had some nice terraces along there back in the day. And along here there's this little stone stairway, another thing that's gotten a bit overgrown and crumbled over time. But yeah, I remember there used to be a whole very nice, those flowers planted and stuff. I'm sure Grammy would have taken care of that back in the day. This is kind of a weird area back here. There used to be a kennel right here where, under this tree. I guess we got rid of that one. Because I remember you used to have to go back into this area through this gap in the bushes. But again, it's gotten so overgrown you really have to duck and scrape by some. But anyways, you go back here and you got another kennel. All this stuff is long disused, but I remember seeing dogs back here a lot. There's some weird broken pots and stuff. And then there's a little trail that goes back up this way. Though, again, it's I think 10 years ago there was a distinct trail. Now it's what trail? It's just kind of just a little bit of wood, basically. But yeah, at least this trail is somewhat held up going down there. So yeah, this is the hill right here. Very nice. This is the sort of sacred spot, I guess. There's a lot of little stones here that mark where they mark different dogs, essentially, who passed on. I don't think that tradition of marking with a headstone has continued, but it's always right up here that I think they scatter the ashes of the dogs. And also Grammy, where we scattered her ashes up on the hill there, 12 years ago or however long ago that was. And we'll do the same with Grandpa, I'm sure. And also Bree, because Bree died a while ago, but still have her ashes. Bree was such a sweet dog. But, you know, she lived a good long life. Got these sort of chairs up here. There's actually a great picture that I found of Grandpa, DT, Dad, and and Jackass, that's right, sitting in these chairs. Like, you can see that thing even. It's from like 30 years ago, but basically exactly the same. Over here you can see where we were shooting cans the other day. Did a good number on them. And then this sort of like lid right here. You can see we shot that up a lot. That was all just in one day. And once again, I feel like it used to be a little bit more cleared out up here. There's like this big log and everything. But yeah, this is another place we'd go to. You know, going back in the day, you know, for hide and seek, all sorts of games we would play outside, especially if the cousins were visiting. But I think this area is a bit more disused. I mean, certainly it hasn't gotten as much action in the last decade. And then here, the treehouse. Oh yeah, I should be careful up here. But I remember making this with Dad. Like, hell, this shit has been sitting here ever since it was built. And yeah, it's a pretty decent treehouse. However, 2 of the trees died. I think probably because we built a treehouse on them. I guess they just weren't quite big enough trees, or maybe they would have died anyways. I don't know. Very unfortunate, because I think I had the right idea. You know, there was these 4 kind of in a square right here, but I literally, I feel like I could probably kick those trees over now. So I was up here a couple years ago, and I actually climbed up in there. But actually now, look, it's not even level. It's like sagging. Yeah, if I tried to climb in there, that would definitely collapse. I'm pretty confident in saying that. And then, yeah, and then there's a sort of further uphill area where we rarely go to, because it's very thick with all these little saplings, because, again, this is kind of a new growth forest, so there's lots of underbrush. But, anyways, yeah, and you see there's not even really a path to the treehouse anymore. It's down overgrown. Going back down this way, we have the big kennel area over here. I mean, this is like some professional shit. We got just like these 3 in a row. I mean, so you think back in the day there were 5 kennels. You had the 1, 2, 3, and then there were those other 2 over there. And it might seem like a lot, but I mean, they would get used, because I remember back when I was a kid, sometimes you'd have the 5 Redmar shepherds, and then also our dog, whether that's Romy or Rogue, and also back when Delia would still come up here, and so we'd also have Finn, and that was a lot. It's a lot of dogs, and not all dogs get along, so I mean, it was kind of a ridiculous situation, but I always loved, I mean, that was one of the big highlights of Redmar. It's just all the shepherds. So many doggies. But anyways, yeah, you got a good view of the